Next speaker is Aksel Mjøs. Aksel is the chairman of the Kavli Trust. We need to get people with money here, yeah? And the Kavli Trust provides significant support for research, cultural activities, and humanitarian projects, both locally and globally. The trust is the sole owner of the multinational food group, Kavli Food Group, and its dividends finance the grants. Now, the Kavli Group has an annual turnover of about 2.7 billion and operates in Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and the UK. The Kavli Trust grants were 28 million in 2013, with a focus on large international development projects related to education and health. Projects also include supporting social entrepreneurs, like some of you today here, in Norway and also internationally. Aksel is his other job, aside being chairman, is an associate professor at the Norwegian School of Economics, NHH. He received his PhD in financial economics from NHH, and he's also involved in the executive programs at the same school. Before becoming an academic, though, Aksel was a big money man. He was the CEO of DNB Asset Management. He was a vice president in Morgan Stanley Investment Banking in London, as well as the company secretary of the Vital, I guess you say, insurance. He also writes in the Norwegian press. He's the chairman of a tech startup, as well as operating a sheep farm. So welcome the multi-talented Aksel Mjøs.
You had to, didn't you?
I couldn't resist.
This is not about sheep farming. Thank you so much for this opportunity to tell a little bit about the Kavli setup and why I love to be involved in Kavli. This is a thank you note from a group of children in Kolkata that we are so happy to help. The Kavli Trust is the sole owner, has been so for 50 years of the Kavli company, and that makes us different because we are both a group with the ambition to be a world-class food and beverage group and really be up there, hiring the best people, delivering the best products and being profitable, and at the same time being an ambitious giver of money for good causes. And my predecessor, Reidar Lorentzen, as chairman of Kavli, he said, I find it hard to see that an ownership which enriches society is less motivating than one which enriches individuals. And to me, that's deeply important. I think to all of you, you're not here because you're making money, you're here because you have wider ambitions. This is the virtuous circle we're trying to keep going. Our whole purpose is the charitable giving. And we believe that if we conduct good governance in terms of how we run our company, who we elect in our positions as board members, as managers, as employees in any position, that secures the profitability. The way we manage our assets, we do have a buffer fund on the side, and the way we give money, they all are intertwined and they work together for the common good. Just to tell what we give to, I'm not going to go into specific projects. You can check up at kavlifond.no. There's even an English version at the page there. But we have a very open set of bylaws. We can, in principle, the way it's set up, we can give to almost any good cause. Still, we believe in setting up a strategy, defining some ambitions, going in a conscious direction. So we say 50% of our money should go to humanitarian causes, 30% to research, and 20% to culture. And geographically, we give 50% to those 5 countries where Kavli is present and 50% abroad, outside. And we are broadly in line with that ambition in the way we are currently operating, but still it's continuous guidelines in that setting. And as she said, we were up now at 28 million. We will increase that, but we very much believe in a bottom-up approach where we develop good projects together with our partners and then give the money. We have no money ambition like people sometimes talk about the government's policy of giving this amount of money to a course. We say we support the important projects and we see how much it runs up to. Principles, long-term involvement, go deep into the projects we follow. We are looking for beneficial effects. We're trying to sort of make both before and after the partners specify exact social impact and sort of why should we support this. We're looking for sustainable projects where we ideally are founding partners, get this going, and then it's sustainable. It goes on either with its own revenues or revenue from more long-term sources than us. We want to make a difference, not support where the government could do it anyway. We should be a positive and professional partner in terms of providing capabilities, networking, and sort of what they need also in addition to the pure money. We should inspire and influence others. As late as last night, I talked to a key person here about how to use this model of having the social and the grant giving as the sole purpose of the business and have that impact the culture of the company. And of course, we try to be low on administrative cost because we want to maximize the grants. Long term, make a difference, follow up, and commitment. As a business school professor, I still want to spend this last minute, I have 1 minute, I know, on what is corporate social responsibility. Being also the son of a priest, I'm fed up with all these nice words, but let me still make a little bit of structure here. You can have an inside approach, meaning being a good employer, health and safety, good governance, legal compliance, that's important. You can deal with your stakeholders, your suppliers, your customers, your local community, and have a social dimension to how you meet them and how you sort of take care where you're placed as a business. You can support good causes, be it environmental, development, research culture, whatever. That's sort of an outward, not linked to your stakeholders or your employees. Or you can have a purpose-related corporate social responsibility where you share of your dividends, or you give no dividends to shareholders, or as in our case, everything goes to a social purpose. Doesn't mean we take out all cash every year, but that's sort of the setup. And for me, this is a way of thinking. It's just a structure to what we can do. Thank you.